Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my AI-generated Backrooms level series. I asked you all at the end of the last one if you wanted me to turn this into an actual series, and boy, was the response overwhelming. You all really wanted a part 2. So basically, if you're new here, here's the spiel. I input the first part of the script for my video, the first 100 levels of the Backrooms Explained, which if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I think I did a pretty decent job on it. So yeah, I input that script into this AI, and it spat out all these strange and bizarre levels. Now, unlike last time, where I used Photoshop for the images, I actually have computer-generated images for this one that I just fed the text in, and it spat out these images. So what you're going to see is completely computer-generated other than my voice. And a fun fact, even the music's computer-generated. And in case you're curious, here's a list of all the AIs I used for this video. Alright, and without further ado, my name's Johnny, and I am excited to take you through some very strange and interesting computer-generated Backrooms levels. Let's get into it. This is what we imagine the scene of your death should be. Your body lies in the center of a large metal room full of leaks, cracks, with oxygen masks hanging on the walls all over the room. The floor of the room has cracks all over it, similar to the floor of an abandoned ship, and the water from its surface spills out onto the floor like a gaping hole in the ground. It pulses and explodes at every tiny movement, even the slightest sound, and the pressure from the inside is almost pushing you towards its cold embrace. So be careful when you're exploring here, or you may find yourself stuck in one of the cracks and calling out for help, or a cold, dark life inside the cracks. The majority of this level takes the form of a large, seemingly abandoned factory. Large monoliths, rising almost like columns in the back of the building, light up sections of the level with a silvery light. Their eerie glow makes this entire section of the level almost as lonely as the zoo. This is where you'll discover the power source that can power all of the machines in the backrooms and so on. This power source is shown to be an unnatural alloy of many things. The walls and floors of the first section of this level are peppered with veins that seem to be able to run water, even in the middle of winter. There are electricity wires that run through the entire second section of the level as well. It's hard to tell what the purpose of these wires are, though the glowing silver metal seems to function much like one might expect a conductor to work. The entrance to the third and fourth sections of this area can be found on opposite sides of the area. For the most part, the third section is an open and barren place, with the exception of a number of huge containers. The fourth section, however, is a massive domed chamber lined by red metal grates. There are doors on either side of this room, one leading to a very dark area and one leading to what appears to be a laboratory. This entire section is a bit unsettling, but there is no way that the dark area is a harmless, unobstructed cave. The room in this level is a pool with some sort of creature in it. This pool cannot be seen from the front of the building, and it cannot be seen from the entrance area. It is only when you enter the pool that it is fully revealed. This creature, for the most part, looks like an oversized crawfish. It has a strange and mutilated appearance, and there is a feeling that the more you look at it, the less like a normal thing it will seem. It has lost all of its toes and is crawling on its knuckles. If you're unlucky, it may also attempt to burrow beneath you. In some areas of the pool, it will glow like a pulsing orb of blackness. In other areas, it will be surrounded by a faint phosphorescent aura. Although being in this pool may seem unpleasant, it is also possible to submerge, which will cause the black water to refract all light in the room. Only 3 rooms in this building are accessible by way of this water, and none of them are particularly useful. There is a door at the back of the pool that you can use to access a room with 3 more water creatures, which also serves as the origin for the back hallway. If you survive through this section, you'll wind up in the most bizarre of places. But before we go on, I need to give you a quick backstory on what is supposed to happen here. Originally, this level was supposed to be a huge corridor, littered with lasers and electrified walls and ceilings. No one actually went in here and explored the area, so it doesn't look nearly as interesting as it was supposed to. If you go in there, you'll find yourself inside of an enormous house. With no ceiling, the interior of this house is a sky-high walled atrium. The most defining part of this house is this graffiti-ridden exterior, with images of the world's greatest band, Susie and the Banshees, appearing to be crawling with bizarre and prehistoric creatures. The interior of the house is chaotic. There are many different rooms, but none of them seem to have any reason to exist. It almost seems as though the house is an example of an unplugged universe at a time when everything went wrong and went dark. The walls have bullet holes in them, and it has the most unwelcoming feeling of an abandoned asylum. The only thing that seems to be off is the fact that the walls feel infinitely close. After a few seconds, you'll realize that they are not actually close at all, but are actually very far away. Something strange and sinister is happening in this house, and you are about to find out what. And that just about wraps up our video. Let me know your favorite of these levels in the comments. As always, I've been Johnny, and you've been awesome.